Hello everyone, odedex here. Welcome to episode 27 of my Season 2 Let's Play. As I said in the ending of my previous episode, I'm going to do a lot of off-screen Mistcraft researching, and so I did. And I decided to take it step by step. First, I actually went back into every age and checked out which of my ages were actually stable. Now I've noticed that none of them were stable. Now obviously, as you can see, I renamed them. You can rename them, and actually I went into each and every one of them and renamed them to be corrupted, so I know. And I had no clue what's happening, and actually one of them was actually also crash causing. I created a randomly age completely, and my game entered into a loop of unable to log into the game and simply crash. So I had to go and disable some properties in the config files. Be careful if you mess around with Mistcraft. Anyway, I started to look into it, and I noticed that every age has some sort of double property. For instance, age 4, let's see, he has medium biomes, he has green sunset, white sunset, there you go. You have two properties which deal with exactly the same thing. Now, obviously, as you might say, who cares what color the sunset is? And to be honest, myself, I don't really care. But the problem is that when you generate an age with two properties dealing with the same subject, it's going to be corrupted. Let's see, age 7, what is corrupted in here? Medium biomes and flat, that's fine. Dark, eternal storm, normal time. Okay, so no clue why this one is corrupted. At least nothing too obvious. Sometimes the corruption is caused by nothing too obvious as well. Okay, there we go. Red sunset and black sunset. So that's a problem. Let's see, age 2. Cave world, fast time, overcast, bright, lava lakes, red fog, white fog. There you go, double fogs. So I did a little bit more of Minecraft research, and I understood that when you write a book, you have to pick at least one value from each of those tabs dealing with the specific property. Otherwise the game randomizes it for you, and when the game does that, it may end up being something unstable, like it may double pick something regarding fogs. So what I did, actually, as you can see, it says stable. I pretty much cherry picked every property that I wanted. Small biomes, standard lightning, blue sky, blue sunsets, normal fog, villages, flat, eternal day, and no weather. And then the game randomized normal fog again. I'm actually not sure why, but it did randomize the same thing, so it might be ignoring it. Or did something with the world modifier, I'm not sure. And randomed these three biomes, so it ended up being in a stable age. Let's take a quick look what's it about. So it's eternally day biome. So all the monsters that you see are monsters that spawned with the world generation, but will be stuck under trees, unless it's a creeper, but again, they won't spawn anymore once the world is loaded. And if I move two linking books around, I can actually ignore them completely by not even traveling near them. I'm going to do it very soon. But as you can see, the world is stable. There are no lightning storms, nothing's exploding, I'm not set on fire, I'm not suffering from any sickness, nothing. So the world is stable. So this is actually also going to be the world which I'm planning to use for my mining, which I'm also planning to set up this episode right now. So let's get started. First, I want to actually rename this age into, let's call it mining age. And that specific book, I'm going to keep this on me. But I'm going to actually set up a specific book stand to go there. So I want to be kind of related to my sorting system. So let's place it here. Why not? I don't really need access to my chunk loader. So I'm gonna get two linking books. One of them will be linking here into my back into my sorting room. So one linking book. Actually, let's rename it. Let's see, sorting room. And I'm going to first place this descriptive book. I don't really want to use the descriptive book. I'm not exactly sure why, but I'd rather not use it. And I'm going to need to pick, let's find, I'd rather use an open snowy area, which will be easier to manage without too much trees around. They don't really matter that much, but yet it will be easier to navigate. So let's say here. So I'm going to first place down my linking book to my sorting room and create another linking book here. To my mining gauge, go back. This one takes me back here. Can now replace the descriptive book with this linking book. Safely store the descriptive book. Don't really need it that much. And now, with the linking books, I can go back and forth between my future soon-to-be mining area and my sorting room. Okay, so there is this chunk loader, which I plan to use. I could get rid of some of this crap. Yeah, actually let me sort my inventory a little bit. Okay, so since in a future update coming to thermal expansion, it's basically out already, but the Darrow 20 pack hasn't been updated yet at the moment of creating this video. I'm going to create my magma engines system without filters and retrievers like I did here. This one's probably temporary. The moment this quarry is done, I'm tearing it apart. So, okay, sounds a little bit too much. So I'm going to go for actually a new type of liquid system introduced by thermal expansion again, called liquid ducts. I have never used it before. It's supposed to be something similar to the pipes, the waterproof pipes, but I've actually not used it before. Hopefully, because it came after the liquid pipes, my kind of default assumption would be that it will be probably more efficient in terms of performance, if you can say that. I'm not exactly sure how to express what I mean, but I would expect that something which came as an add-on would probably work a little bit better. It's also kind of more pricey. This special reinforced glass is not that easy to make. At least not as easy as, for instance, getting waterproofing from cacti. And copper is a little bit more expensive than... oh, actually no. Copper, gold. Yes, it's fine. Okay, so I got my liquid ducts. I got my chunk loader. I'm gonna need another liquid transposer. So that will be some form of changing the buckets into liquid form. So I'm going to need the bucket, a machine frame. Did I have some spare machine frames? I have this spare induction smelter, which I don't really need. I guess not. Let's see. I'm going to need gold, and I'm going to need copper and iron. I'm really low on copper, and I have a ton of tin. Every time in my playthrough so far, every single time I'm low on something and have too much of other things that I don't need. It's amazing. Okay, so yeah, let's create a bunch actually. Let's create 5. I'm always using these guys. I'm going to need gold and redstone as well, and I'm low on redstone. There we go. So let's create that redstone coil. 1 bucket, and do I have everything I need? Yep, okay, so I got my liquid transposer. Let's place it here. I will need, in addition, let's see. So I've got my, yeah, I'm gonna need another ender chest. Actually, I need 2 ender chests, one for red, 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 and one for white, white, white. So where I'm gonna pull my buckets from, and where I'm going to basically send all the output. How is my quarry doing? Yeah, it's still got a couple of layers to go, so I wouldn't want to break apart this one. Let's just create some. I'm been pretty lucky, thankfully, with ender pearls, so I can afford doing that. Actually, ender chest, what does it require? I need a normal chest, and yep, and just a piece of wool. So I'm gonna need 2 more ender chests. And I'm gonna need a white wool and a red wool. So 1, and it doesn't recognize the red wool as possible candidate. The ender pearl and the chest. Okay, so I got my output chest, I got my lava bucket chest. I'm going to need filters. Let's get some filters, or do I already have some filters? Yep. Actually, I'm only going to need 1, not 2, and probably a timer, which obviously I don't have any spare. The recipe might... no, I'm gonna need to create some more. Okay. Okay, so I got my timer. I'm going to get a lever as well. I don't know if I have one. Let's just quickly create one. And oh, what did I get? The zoom button. Oh, wrong button. I already have 50 or close to 55,000 cobblestone. Yeah, very useful cobblestone. Okay, so I believe yeah, I just need the magmatic engines. Okay, let's start placing the setup. And then I'm gonna, of course, I'm gonna need the quarry itself and the markers and everything, but yeah, let's get started with what I have right here. So I'm gonna pull with a filter, and did I bring tubes? Yeah, I knew I forgot something. Let's get tubes. Normal tubes will be fine. Actually, also going to need a redstone engine to power the transposer itself. Okay, so a filter will be taking out lava buckets into how I'm going to place it. Actually, let's rotate it around to make more sense. If I'm gonna place it the other way around. Okay. So it's gonna take out. Why is it dust? Oh, snow. Take out lava buckets. I'm going to need a cover as well. Into my liquid transposer. Could get rid of some of these things. Alright. Into my liquid transposer, which I'll be facing like this. That one will be emptying its content, sending to the left the yellow, basically the liquid, and sending to the right the red output, which is the empty buckets. And we'll take from the back, is it blue? Yep, okay. So it will take full bucket from the back, send back here the empty buckets, and basically send out the liquid here, like this. Now I'm going to need to power this. Let me get... do I have one redstone engine? One redstone engine should be very much enough. I don't really need too much more. Let's get one redstone engine and a torch. Okay, so I got my redstone engine. I'm placing it underneath everything. So, redstone, torch, and this. Okay. Pretty sure this will be enough. Now, a timer. Where's my timer? this. Every 5 seconds is enough. Obviously, if it's full, it's not going to pull anything anyway. And I'm gonna place my chunk loader. Let's show lasers. Yeah, I really don't need. Okay, this is unlucky. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Actually, let's go for a circle with radius. Still not that good. Okay, let's just go for square. Because the quarries will chunk load themselves, and so it's quite unnecessary, but I guess that's fine. Okay, let's get an array of magmatic engines. I'm gonna go. Why is the pig drunk? Is it a super pig? What happens if I kill that super pig? Nothing, it just drops a pork chop. Okay. Let me get an array of magmatic engines. And you guys have seen me crafting these guys before, so it's not really necessary that you see me do it again. Okay, so I made like 5 magmatic engines. Did I actually do anything yet? Oh yeah, actually emptied 200 millibuckets. How does that make sense? Oh, it got emptied into here. Okay. So, created 5, so for now I'm going to use just 5. Let's see. Ooh, these take some time to break. Okay, so like this, and I think I'm gonna hit them with a wrench to connect. Or... there we go. Oh, you got to hit the side. Oh, they balance out, very nice. Okay, so I'm gonna have my conduits here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's gonna be very easily expandable, just like sideways. Again, quite ugly, but very easy to see what's happening and how it's working, so it's good. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it empties out very fast. Okay, so everything is working as long as it has power. Let's change all of those guys to extract power. This is obviously I'm gonna have to wait until the redstone engine is actually powered to the max, so might take a while. And now the last thing left, I actually wanted to create an energy cell. This thing, where is it? This. A redstone energy cell that will be able to store charge if it's needed. But I'm really out of redstone and I can't afford doing any of this, so it's gonna have to wait. So basically the last thing remaining to do is just place down the quarries. Now, how am I gonna do this to be most efficient? I think I'm gonna go 64 to this direction, 64 to this direction, there and there. So I can easily expand if I need to, and there is no problem. So let me mark future quarries. Okay, so for now, again, I just placed glass blocks. It means exactly nothing. But for now, I'm gonna go for I planned only 2. Like one going to this direction, 64 in each direction, and this one going 64 in each direction over there. So let me actually go and create a quarry. Oh, and the bucket just was transposed and evenly distributed every one of those engines. This is extremely nice. Very nice. I like it a lot. Yep, really like it. Okay, so I'm expanding. I'm gonna have only 2 diamonds left. Actually, oh wait. Actually, no. I have to expand all my 11 diamonds. Yep, I need a pick which is 3 and... ooh, I'm actually lucky apparently. I have exactly what I need. Ooh, this is going to be costly. Every time I make a quarry, my inner child dies because it's so expensive. Every single time. Okay, so I got my quarry made. I've got my landmarks. And I pretty much should be ready. So I want, let's say, this quarry to be here. So I'm going to go from here, and then over this side, and this side. And I should have everything I need. I might just placed also the other marker of screen. Let's see. If I remove this one and right click, yep, recognized the area. Can remove this block, place down this. And why does it recognize? Why doesn't it recognize the landmarks? It's also, well, it started clearing. Obviously, it started clearing from here, so I think, yeah, it does recognize the area, but why didn't it place landmarks? I don't know. Yep, if it's clearing from here or here, that's pretty much the center, kind of the center of the area, so that's fine. And he's using a blue beam, which I very much like. And it always feels such a waste when you use the quarry above ground like this, and it kills all those trees, but doesn't drop any blocks. It kind of feels like a waste. I actually think they used to drop blocks, but it was changed quite early on. I think in the very early stages of Buildcraft, the blocks were dropped, but then it was changed. Actually, I can pretty much understand why. It's quite performance intensive for no real good reason. And I'm not really sure. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait until this. I could use another magmatic engine to power this, but it will be quite pointless. Pretty sure this one engine will be enough. Let's just give it some time. Or actually, you know what, I can also start placing my ender chest. And this is why I place them so close, because I can then just do this. Now all the output will go here and here, and problem is fixed. Oh, and by the way, I went back to my sorting room to bring more buckets for this chest, and yeah, the borders got fixed. So there's not borders, this outline thingy. I'm quite afraid that this one redstone engine might not cut it. By the time it generates enough power to transpose another bucket, these engines run out of fuel. And this one isn't really anything, it doesn't say anything. It took the first bulk of micro buckets, and it's going to be empty as well very, very soon. However, this one isn't pulsing between red and orange yet. Okay, so while still waiting for them, actually, as I see right now, yeah, the drill is actually starting to work. I've actually added an additional redstone engine here, so there's still one below, one here. And I'm actually going to add small but very useful feature. I'm going to add a lava bucket, or more like a lava source pool, in every corner of the quarry. And because of the way Minecraft physics work for liquids, this should pretty much take care of any possible future lava pools. So this is going to be quite useful feature, because this will instantly turn lava into obsidian and be mined, instead of making the quarry get stuck and do nothing while it encounters lava. Because if you don't know, actually, you know what, it might have been changed, but last I checked, there has been a lot of changes since. Last I checked, quarries do not handle lava pretty well. They simply ignore the lava block itself and anything below it. So it's usually a good, but they mine obsidian, so it's usually a good idea to take care of that beforehand. And this is also why I made my first two quarries in the middle of the ocean, because it's like the easiest solution possible. And as you see from all those saplings, I've been helping a little bit to clear out all the top of the woods from above my quarry, because it's slightly ugly. I don't like, again, on the map, seeing those tree heads for no apparent reason, and also when you look it from afar, it's quite ugly. And also, you know what, some free wood, so free easy wood, so why not? I think that was the last of it as well. Okay, so since I already have two redstone engines at the red state, and they still barely managed to keep my 5 engines filled all the time, 2 of those manage quite fine, but these 3 don't. They always, ooh, water is freezing. They always end up being like for 5 seconds do nothing. So I'm going to get one more liquid duct, not ducts, and replace I'm gonna take out one of the magmatic engines that I have here, and replace the bottom redstone engine with magmatic engine, and this should pretty much take care of the problem. Yeah, I know. It's kind of amusing that you in a real world scenario. That's kind of, well, basically no. It's not a system that creates energy for itself because the lava is an outside source. So yeah, it's kind of fine. Not that ever making real world examples is a good idea with Minecraft because our world isn't made out of blocks. Last time I checked, doesn't actually make much sense. Let's give it a small kick. Okay, so now, yeah, that will be a lot better. And because magmatic engines never shut down or explode the moment it's not doing anything useful anymore, it will simply take care of itself by stop operating, so it's fine. There we go. Now I'm creating a proper amount of liquid lava out of these buckets. So how is my... Ooh, yeah, I was afraid this is going to happen. Okay, I'm actually going to utilize a trick that I've quickly tried and seen it's working. Someone told me in one of my videos, I'm sorry I forgot your name, how to take care of that problem. If you shift right click, right now it says 221 with damage value of 5. If you shift right click again, I don't know why, but it looks for the closest available inventory, ignoring the fact that it has a different damage value. So that's very useful. Okay, I'm actually going to take those out though. Yeah, I may need to upgrade to a better chest very soon. And I would also like to sort my shards out of here. Yep, I definitely like that. Okay, so my sorting system, I'm having a hard time to decide if it's getting stuck or not. It's like it's slowly... No, it's always getting stuck with dirt. It never pulls out anything else. And that's only 2 quarries. I plan to go for much more. At least 2 more. Yeah, this may be proven to be a problem. Anyway, I'm gonna quickly build a golden chest upgrade because my random junk chest is starting to get quite full. I may have another chest at some point, but this seems like the immediate, easier solution. So I can store more junk in here. Okay, so I noticed that my 4 source blocks keep freezing, so I'm gonna quickly solve it with a band-aid solution. When you place a glowstone block near a water source block, even in tundra or snowy or whatever areas, that will prevent it from turning into ice. This glowstone presumably generates heat, which prevents the water source block from freezing up. Okay, let's see if I can actually show it to you guys in real time. It may require some time to update, but I think it will actually melt snow blocks as well. Okay, so it seems like it doesn't melt it, at least not as fast, so I'm simply going to manually break it, but the glowstone block should prevent it from freezing up again. Oh. Apparently the magmatic engine can get stuck or something. I think I remember reading something about it. I think I need to... Yeah, you need to whack it with a wrench. Ooh, that's not good. That means that's not a solution. I'm gonna need to require... Yeah, I'm gonna... Okay, I think I'm simply gonna place like 3 redstone engines around it. That should be good enough a solution. Okay, so I guess then I don't know why in my other system it doesn't happen. But yeah, if the I guess if the energy storage reaches a certain point, it simply stops working. I wonder though. I wonder why doesn't it work in my other systems? In my basically my sorting system back home, which requires constant signal. This is actually quite intriguing. I have no clue why it works there but not here. I don't know which one is the bugged one, here or there. Although it seems like a feature, not a bug, so I guess here is fine, and my sorting system is bugged, kind of. Okay, so that's pretty much three redstone engines running at red state, like red pumping state, is fine. Is exactly what I need. I don't need any more than that. Why don't I have any? Okay, now I have a feeling that my nether pump isn't keeping up. Let's see if I have the right hunch. Okay, let's take a look. So, yep, I don't have enough power here. Need more power for this as well. However, this is harder. How would I solve this? Could always add another engine, but it still doesn't mean it will be able to keep up. Okay, I'm gonna try adding simply another engine from below. Slightly dangerous business. Oh, I actually need an engine to do it. To be honest, if I didn't have the problem with the magmatic engines getting stuck, I would probably use the same principle here. But the problem is that it doesn't work. So I'm gonna have to do some makeshift solution to solve it. Yeah, I'm gonna place the redstone. Whoa! Good thing I have jetpack. So, where did it go? So, right here. And can remove this, and place the redstone torch here, and remove this. And place some more blocks. I'll give it some time, see if it works. But yeah, that problem needs to be solved somehow, somewhere or the other. Okay guys, so I think I'm gonna conclude the episode. It's been rather productive episode, pretty much. I think it will be hard for you to argue about that. I'm pretty happy finally having some proper resource generation. And right now, I'm pretty much sure the next thing I'm going to do is start creating, now that I have resource generation, even though I'm still just digging dirt. First, well, this sorting system works, and it doesn't clog yet. And that's something, you can't ignore that, but that's not a permanent solution. I will need to find a better solution for this. The brute force solution is simply adding another sorting machine, which probably will work. We'll give it a try. But for the time being, I'm going to keep it as is. So next project pretty much is expanding my industrial craft system, now that I have proper resource generation. And we'll be taking care of it in the following episode. So thank you guys for watching, see you guys next time.